What's up, nerds? It's Jessup, and my grandfather is big into gemstones and minerals and stuff like that. So, give me a second. So, he wanted to, I guess, impart that knowledge into me, or give me that knowledge, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And this is something I've always been interested in as a little kid. It's just now that I'm more mature and older and all that stuff, he thinks I'm more responsible for his gear. And I'm very happy with this. Let me show you. My grandfather's into, all this stuff, and he sent me his old gem cutting station. It's really, really old. He bought this back in like the 40s and 50s and has carried it with him ever since. So I figured I'd try and fix it up and see what I can do. I have more than this. I have a bucket of them down there. It's filled with amethyst and obsidian and a bunch of stuff like that. A lot of this was from salted buckets that we got while digging for sapphires in Sapphire Valley. I don't think it's North Carolina. I think it's on the edge of North Carolina or something like that. Sorry, I'm not very geographically, geologically, geometry, trigonometry inclined. So these are the actual sapphires that we got. I'm trying to focus it, but it's not really working very well. But these are the actual sapphires we found. Now, I don't have the UV light that we use to detect corundum and stuff like that, so I can't prove it to you this very second. But these are all corundum, or rubies, I would say. These are mixtures of garnets. And then this is a mixture of garnets and rubies, and this is a mixture of just random stuff. This whole thing is corundum, believe it or not. It's, pretty crap, but I mean, hey. But I figured that I'd start this channel to learn how to cut gems, because eventually I want to move up to opals from, Lightning Ridge in Australia, and I thought that'd be really, really cool. So go ahead and enjoy this time lapse of me fixing all this stuff up. Stupid me, I recorded 10 minutes of this and didn't actually hit the record button. So let's go ahead and restart from the very beginning. My grandfather gave me this thing right here. And it's his old gem cutting wheel from the 50s or the 40s or something like that. And it's super basic. As far as I'm aware, it's just an AC motor. It's just an AC motor that attaches to a belt that pulls this thing in there. And that in turn spins the wheel. You put a bottled water or a bottle of water here, poke the hole, and that drip feeds the water that you need for all these. Now, this is the only diamond wheel I have. Everything else, everything else is just a random wheel with diamond compound on it. So it has 200 grit compound. And he gave me a bunch of them, starting from 220, 235, which is 800, 12,000, sorry, 1,200, yeah, 1,200, to, 600, 50K, 8K. I don't know what that one is, but it's a diamond as well. So, eventually, we're going to work on to the cooler stuff over there, but for now, we're going to work on this stuff. Everything from here came from salted buckets from Sapphire Valley, and you can get some pretty good stuff there. Obviously, it's salted. Obviously, it's not the greatest quality, but it's a lot of fun if you want to take the family and go do something cool. Now, the reason why we went to Sapphire Valley in North Carolina, I believe it's in North Carolina, were for these. These are sapphires, and we were having troubles earlier, couldn't really focus. There we go. These are all sapphires, and those are the things we actually dug out of the ground ourselves. We went to a giant dirt mound, dug it, and then sluiced it in the water with the whatever the things, stuff, English, things. Here we're gonna start out with the crap pieces. We're gonna learn how to cut citrine. What was this? Amethyst. I don't know, those freaking weird clay rocks things. Tiger's eye, lion's eye, cat eye, whatever it's called. Ooh, look at that. So that's what we're gonna learn. That's what we're gonna learn on. And then eventually we're gonna move on to the better stuff. And the better stuff has actual rubies, or corundum, I guess you'd call it. These are the 3 best pieces I have. I have better quality stuff in here. It's just really, really small, so it doesn't matter compared to some of these bigger pieces. And plus, since they're so full of fractures and just messed up little inclusions, something like that. These are my better pieces, just because they're big and I can get something nice out of them. That's the only category I'm using for nice, honestly. I've got some really fantastic garnets in here. I got something called lapidolite or something. It's got some rainbow effects in there. This whole thing is corundum. Really, really poor quality, but it's corundum. We've got emeralds like these. I think these are Mexican. Ooh, I can bad. I think these are Mexican emeralds. I think the way we know that is because the matrix it comes out of is like this black formica looking substance. And that's what I've been told comes from Mexico, but I'm just gonna take the word for it. It really doesn't matter to me. Everything in here is low quality. My eventual plan for this channel, I guess you could say, is learn on this stuff, practice on this stuff, and then shoot for opals. And that's what we're gonna go for. We're gonna go for opals in the long term. Lightning Ridge, Australian opals. And you can buy them in bulk in auctions and stuff like that. And they anywhere like a small lot of stuff like, I don't know, equivalent amount to like that, say goes for about 100, 200 bucks, depending on the quality, etc., black, gray, white, stuff like that. Again, I don't know too much about this, so if you join me on this channel for all my future videos, I'm going to be learning whatever I can and then imparting that knowledge onto this channel. And if I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. Where's my finger? Tell me in the comments down below, because I don't want to share, like, I don't want to spread misinformation. This is something that's always interested me, and the fact that my grandfather got me that just makes me super excited for all this. Oh, I totally forgot to show you the stuff that my grandfather sent me. So these are just little things that my grandfather has sent me to show me examples of stuff, how to do things. Like these, he was showing me these natural crystals that grow to the ground. These are actually like bright blue in real life. I don't know if you can really see that, but they're very, very bright blue. We think these green ones are like emeralds or something like that. We're not entirely sure. It doesn't matter. But this is a star sapphire that we found in South Carolina, along with those, and we decided to cut this. You can sort of see the star pattern on it. My grandfather did this in like an hour or two, so it's not the best quality, but he was just trying to show me like how to do it and stuff like that. This is a really poor quality opal. You can see the gray black matrix or whatever it's called on the back. I don't know. But that's a poor quality opal. So we're gonna try making some of these into cabochons. I think this is a cabochon. We're gonna try making these into cabochons, and then once we get the hang of it, we're gonna move up to the dicier stuff. Again, none of these are super expensive at all. They're just nice looking. They're just some of the better stuff that I have, even though they're kind of small. Not that big of a deal. So, thanks for joining. This was this is Jessup's Gems, and I'm signing off. Peace.